Hey my beautiful people, how's it going? As always, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I wanted to bring something different to my channel, okay? Something that you've never really seen before or on my channel, and that would be a story time. Yes, now I love story times. I love watching them, and I've been wanting to do one, and someone suggested that I do one, so I said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, see how this goes. Now my life is not that popping, so I don't really think I'm gonna do a lot of these. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes, but I figured I'm gonna share the worst date I ever had. Trust me, it was bad. I know we all done had some dreadful dates, okay? Now, depending on the type of dates you had, this may be a good date or this may be a bad date, but I know for me, it was a no-go. Now this date happened about a good 9-10 years ago. It was a long time. I know you like, wow, like it's been that long. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on like a good date. You know, at that time, you know, I was dating quite often, but not like that. I don't want to seem like I was out here acting crazy. What was I? At the time, I was popping, I was doing my thing, and then I got into a relationship and I was with him for a long time. So, you know, then we broke up, and ever since then I just kind of been like, dates, good dates are hard to come by in 2016. Ladies, I know some of y'all can relate. I know you can vouch for me. I mean, some of y'all men out here today, it don't make no sense. Y'all don't even know what a date. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. This happened back when I was like 19, 20. And this was around the time of MySpace days. Y'all remember MySpace? Oh Lord, I'm about to show my age. Woo. Now, of course, you know, MySpace ain't that old. I'm not that old. But it was a while ago. I think if you are like under 13, then you're probably not gonna know what MySpace is. Crazy. But anyway, MySpace, if you don't know what it is, MySpace is pretty much like Facebook, Instagram, all of that. It was like one of the first popping, and I'm gonna say popping a lot because that's what I say, okay? But it was really one of the first really big social media platforms that we had. So of course I was on there, and back in the day, at that time, 19, 18, 20, not to toot my own horn, but I was looking good, okay? Now I was much smaller than I am now. And you know, nobody couldn't really tell me nothing. You know, I had graduated high school and I was, you know, about to start college, and or maybe I was already in college, I don't remember, but you know, I was feeling myself. I had finally came out of my shell because I was a much more quieter individual in high school until like my junior, senior years, when I kind of started to blossom out, okay, and really get out there. So yeah, I had dudes hitting me up. You know, I wasn't hurting for nobody. Anywho, I was on MySpace, and oh my god, let me stop doing this because I know it's going to annoy people and it's going to annoy me. So I had a couple of people that I interacted with on MySpace, you know, especially if you was on my top 8, you was my peoples. Y'all remember top 8? If you didn't have me in your top 8, bro, I would get hella tight. I'd be like, why the am I not in your top 8? We not friends? We not friends? I thought we was like this. Yeah, so I used to have some dudes slided into the DMs or whatever, and you know, I would entertain a few of them. I think I went out on like 1 or 2 dates with 2 dudes already from MySpace, and it didn't really pan out nowhere. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to give this a go again. So one dude hit me up in my DMs, and I don't remember what he looked like. I don't remember his name. I don't remember nothing. But we're gonna call him John. So John hit me up, and I was like, okay, yeah, he kind of cute. He kind of cute. I think I could work with this. So me and John would have a conversation via MySpace, and then it moved over to AOL chat. Y'all remember AOL chat? Yo, I really feel like I'm old. God damn, yo. So then I gave him my number. So he was like, I would love to take you out. So I was like, all right, cool, you know. Now, like I just said, at this time, I was just kind of blossoming into this newfound woman, you know, dudes hitting me up. I'm like thinking I'm that shizness. So I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, let's do this. You know, I'm trying to act on nonchalant, but deep down, I'm like, yes. So I remember that he lived in Jersey, and if my ex is watching this, I'm not talking about you, okay, because he lived in Jersey too. I see I'm gonna have to leave y'all Jersey dudes alone. But anywho, So yeah, he lived in Jersey, I live in New York. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna come to New York and we gonna hang out. So I'm like, all right, cool. I remember we wanted to meet on 42nd Street. Now, at that time, you know, 42nd Street was like 42nd Street. If you live in New York City, 42nd Street is where all the action is. It's bright lights, just everything, chaos, just craziness. I was like, all right, cool, you know. Now, I didn't go to 42nd Street that often. You know, I didn't go on too many dates prior to him either. I mean, I went on a few dates, so this is really like new, or this is all new to me. So I'm like, 42nd Street. I'm like, yeah, cool, let's meet on 42nd Street. Let me just say, future bae, if you're watching today, Tanya, as a grown woman, don't ever say you're gonna meet me on 42nd Street. I am tired of 42nd Street. There's so many more places in New York City besides 42nd Street. Got it? Cool. I met him on the corner. Now he had to go park his car, so then we met. I'm like, oh hey, what's up? He gets in front of me, he's like, what you wanna do? Bruh. Now, at that time, once again, young Tanya, she like, alright, I mean, I don't really know what I want to do, you know, I mean, whatever you want to do. Once again, future bae, you watching this? Today, grown as experienced as Tanya, me, today, don't ask me what I want to do, okay? If you're going to plan a date, you plan accordingly, okay? You plan ahead. You plan a good date. Get creative, okay? It is 2016. There should be no reason you ask me what I want to do, okay? You figure out what I like. I give you some things of what I like, then you plan a date accordingly. Don't ask me when you get in front of me what you want to do. So he's like, what you want to do? I'm just like, I don't know what you want to do. He's like, oh, I don't know. So we kind of just standing there like. So then he's like, you hungry? I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. I am hungry. So now, once again, 42nd Street, big place. It has a lot of restaurants over there. Now, I didn't know all the restaurants that was there, but I know there's food over here. He's like, what you want to eat? I'm like, I'm not sure. We can eat whatever. This boy says, oh, you know what? There's a pizza shop right here on the corner. Let's eat there. So I'm like, pizza? Like, what? So I'm like, all right, cool. I look over. Bruh. This pizza shop looked like some hole in the wall, janky, just nah. All the way nah. This pizza shop, you walk in and had like two small tables with like 2 seats each that was already occupied, and that's it. The outside had no seating. All it had was like this long metal bar that you can pretty much put your pizza on and kind of stand up and eat. So I'm like, there's really no seats in here for us to sit. So he's like, all right, that's cool, just grab the pizza, we just gonna stand outside. Like, what? I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you know, since we right here. I'm like, alright, whatever. Cool, we get the pizza. Homie had to spend no more than $10. $10. The icing on the cake, we shared a drink. We shared a drink. We shared a drink. I was like, hey, yo. Okay, now at this time, once again, you know, I'm like 19. I had just started my job, so I wasn't making buku money, and I'm still not making a lot of money, but you know. At that time, you know, I wasn't like financially secure. I did have a couple of dollars from my mother, but still, I'm expecting him to pay for something. I'm like, you give me this little cheap slice and we sharing a soda? I already knew after that I was done. I'm like, So then we eat the pizza. I don't remember how the conversation went, but it probably wasn't really all that. So after that, he's like, what you want to do now? I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I don't care. Let's just start walking. So we start walking. Now, once again, if you're familiar with 42nd Street, there are a lot of people on 42nd Street. There are a lot of people who always try to sell you something on 42nd Street. With 42nd Street, there are a lot of people who try to get you to go to shows. Broadway shows or comedy shows. Comedy shows is definitely out there. If you on 42nd Street, you're definitely going to hear, yo, y'all want to see a comedy show tonight? We heard one of those. And he was like, oh, let's do that. So I'm like, alright, cool. I'd never been to one. This is all new to me. So I'm like, alright, cool, let's do it. So we get it. He takes us to the comedy show. So the guy says, I don't think we paid an admission to get in, but I think he told us it was mandatory. It was mandatory to drink minimum per person. That was kind of pretty much our fee to get in. 2 drink minimum to sit at a table. So he's like, all right, cool, I'm with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. We sit. Comedy show's really not that great. And I'm already kind of already over the date. And I'm just looking at him like, why am I still here? Ugh. But I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. The comedy show was over. So no. Before the comedy show ends, the waitress comes. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. I think y'all know. If you see what happened with the pizza incident, you know how this is going to go. She says, all right, so y'all want to have it on one check or you want to split the check? You know what this man said. He said, oh, we could just split the check. What? At the time, I'm underage. Although, not to say that I couldn't get a drink because I looked older than what I was. But also, I don't drink like that anyway. So, I got 2 sodas. 2 sodas. That couldn't have been more than what? $10, $12 for my 2 sodas? And whatever 2 drinks he got? Split the check. You only spent about a good $8 on me on pizza. You couldn't combine my $12 drink to make about $20 you spent on me? I was so done. So done. I couldn't believe. I said, yo, get me the F out of here. I couldn't believe it. I said, nah. I know. I'm never seeing you again. Like, for real. So, we pay for it. I walk out. I'm like, all right. He's like, so what you want to do now? I'm like, oh, I'm going home. We're done. Yeah, I'm going home. He drove, right? So he's gonna say, so how you getting home? Why did I expect anything less? I mean, I should have known. Now, once again, I know I didn't know him like that, so I probably wouldn't have gotten in his car anyway. But I expected him to say, I'm gonna drive you home, right? But his excuse was, I'm not from around here, so I don't really know how to get to your house. My thing was, it was 1 o'clock in the morning when we got out. I don't like being out late by myself past a certain time, especially once it hits midnight. I don't really care to be out by myself later, especially at that age. Like, now I'm a little bit more like, you know, if I gotta move, I gotta move. But at that time, like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. This is all new to me. What? Like, what? I'm like, oh, I thought you was gonna take me home. He's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm not from around here, so I don't really know. You didn't ask me if I knew how to get home. You didn't ask me if I knew directions. And at that time, Google Maps was out. Was it? I don't know. If not, I know MapQuest was out. Y'all remember MapQuest? MapQuest was out. So we could have put that in our phones and figured it out. And I said, well, I guess I'm going to take the train because I'm all the way in Manhattan. I live only in the Bronx. It's going to be about good $40 or more for me. I don't know how much I have right now. And what I would have expected a man to do was put me in a cab. But of course, you know, he wasn't going to do that with his broke ass. He's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I mean, do what you got to do. So luckily, I mean, I called my mother. I was like, listen, you know, she's like, just get in a cab and I'll pay for it when you get uptown. So today, we ain't got them problems, okay? Uber and Lyft is on my phone ASAP, okay? You want to leave me stranded? I won't be stranded, okay? Not me. After that, I was like, deuce. This man hit me up the next day, was like, oh, you know, when we gonna go out again? I was like, never. We're done. Finish. Finito. I don't know you. Adios. Goodbye. Leave me alone. That was my worst date ever. And I just want to put a disclaimer, okay? I want to say once again, it is 2016. I may do a separate video on this, but gentlemen and ladies, know how to plan a date, okay? Now, I don't expect men to pay hundreds of dollars on me when we go out to eat, okay? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to have a good time with you. But if you're not going to spend some dough, I'm going to need you to get creative, okay? I love people who can be creative with dates. Once again, I'm going to emphasize it is 2016, about to be 2017. Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. You can do so many different creative things, especially here in New York City. In the summertime, so many festivals, different things that you can go to for free. Okay? You can plan a dope picnic. Alright? Don't cost that much. Go to one of these Central Park movie screenings. There you go, bruh. One of these Groupon, Living Social, all of these. I don't mind. I'm not that type of chick, okay? I don't mind a good Groupon. Because Groupon be having some good stuff. I'm just saying. And plan out a date. Plan it out. If you ask someone out, you ask them out, you plan the date. You start the conversation off with trying to figure out what they like, what they want to do, different things that they like. But if I tell you I like plays or something like that, or whatever I tell you, kind of plan a date according to that. Don't ask me what you want to do, where you want to go. No, you ask me. And if you ask me, you paying. Plain and simple. Like, I'm not saying that I can't pay, because I've offered many a times, but I'm just saying, you ask me out. Okay? But anyway, all right, so that was my little story time. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your worst date ever was. Leave it in the comments down below. If you're new here, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Bye guys.